y'all, it's Casey with Russo Resells. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Casey. I am a full-time online reseller and I sell on platforms such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and Curtsy. Today is Tuesday, February 17th. Yesterday, Monday, February 16th, was President's Day, so the post offices were closed and I didn't see any reason to jump on and do a what sold video. So here we are today, and we will be featuring 12 items that sold from Friday, February 13th. So I had 2 sales that day. Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, I had 3 sales. Then on Sunday, February 15th, I had 2 sales, and yesterday, President's Day, on the 16th, I had 5 sales. So let's go ahead and jump into them so I can package them up and ship them off. So the first item to sell on Friday is this Piccolina shirt, and it is a graphic printed shirt of Harriet Tubman. It is new with tags, but it did have a small, tiny hole right there in the collar. So I did price accordingly on eBay. I priced this at $19.99 plus $5 ship, and a couple days later, I received a half-off offer of $10 plus $5 ship from an interested buyer, and I did go ahead and accept that because this item is pretty niche. So I paid $5.77 to ship this. My fees to eBay were $2.44. I got this at a $2.99 Salvation Army sale, so I doubled my money by making $6.79. And for only having it listed for 2 days, I am very happy with that profit and turnaround. The next item to sell that day is this Cider 2X beautiful purple, like plunge long sleeve shimmer blouse. This is so pretty, and I actually bought it for myself, but it was too big on me, so I did go ahead and decide to list it. Even though that brand isn't substantial, I did feel like the piece was. So I put it up on Depop for $25, and I received an offer of $15 from an interested buyer, which I did accept. My fees to Depop were $1.25, and I was left with a profit of $13.75. And I probably have anywhere from $5 to $8 into that. I do count it as a zero cost of goods because I did purchase it for myself. So the first item to sell on Saturday is this pair of really cute leather sandals, and these are by the brand Frye. This is a great brand, especially in the boots, and I want to say these were new without tag because of the little tie, but they did have some wear on the soles and throughout, so I didn't put that they were new without tag. I just went ahead and disclosed the flaws. I priced those on Poshmark for $25, and I received an offer of $18, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $3.60, and I made a profit of $14.40. And I fondly remember those being at my savers for $4.99, so I got them for about $4, which is incredible because usually my savers know their brands, and I'm very shocked that they didn't price that any higher than $5. For some reason, my allergies are just acting up, so if I do clear my throat multiple times in this video, I do apologize. I am going to try to limit that and do it off camera, so please just bear with me. Now, the next item to sell on Saturday is by Cut Loose. This is a great size. It's an extra large, and I did find this at a half-off Salvation Army sale for about $4. This is a great artsy Lagenlook brand, and I just love this color and this geometric print. So I did want to go ahead and pick it up. I did. I listed it on Poshmark for $28. My Nifty sent out 20% off offers to likers for 22, and one of those likers did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $4.40, and I turned $4 into $17.60. Now, the next item to sell, it does say it was $5.99, but I do believe I got this for $1 or $2 at a Goodwill in Las Vegas when I was visiting my family. It is the set of Isaac Mizrahi reader glasses, and I actually just sold the first one of the two of these, I want to say last week. And before the buyer received them, they actually went back into my closet and bought the second one. So I am very happy about that. I had that listed on Poshmark for $22, and she again offered me $15, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $3, and I left with a profit of $12. The first item to sell on Sunday is by REI Co-op. And the co-op line of REI does a lot better for me for resale than just the regular REI branding. So definitely be on the lookout for that when you're sourcing. It is just this basic gray zippered fleece jacket. And although it is very plain, I did want to pick it up because it was at a half off Salvation Army sale for $4. I priced that on eBay for $24.99 plus $10 ship. My Nifty sent out 20% off offers to watchers of $20.41 plus $10 ship, and one of those watchers did accept. It cost me $5.89 to ship. My fees to eBay were $4.67, and I turned a $4 item into $19.85. That did take over a year to sell. But I did go ahead and drop the price to $24.99. I believe I had it listed at $34.99, and I want to say within a few months it sold. So definitely make sure to price your items to sell and not to sit. Unfortunately, I've had to learn that over the years, but I am happy to make those adjustments in my business. Now, the next and last item to sell on Sunday is by Theory. This is a great brand, but the resale value has declined over the years. This is a great piece, and I don't know why it took over a year to sell. It is this pair of like kind of orange capri pants in this like ponte knit. I absolutely love these. These are from my aunt, and she is one of my consignment clients. Because it took over a year to sell, I am just going to give her the entire profit because I did also accept a lower offer. So I had these priced on eBay for $39.99 plus $5 ship, and a buyer offered me $20 plus $5 ship. I did want to go ahead and move them along to a new home, so I did accept that. My fees to eBay were $3.77. It cost me $5.55 to ship, and I am giving my aunt the entire profit of $15.68. And I'm very happy to do so. I want to show all of my consignees the value of giving their items to me to sell, and it just boosts my store in the algorithm for future. So very, very happy with that, and I hope she is too. Now we're on to the sales of yesterday, Monday, President's Day, and this first item I am very happy sold full price because I do believe I could have gotten a little more for it, but as I said earlier, I am pricing to sell, not to sit. So the first item is by Garnet Hill, and I actually got this item on a Whatnot show from Miss Kimmy over on Mama on a Mission. So thank you so much, girl, for always providing us with fantastic pieces. This is 100% merino wool, and it is a black and silver lined cardigan shawl. It is absolutely incredible. I listed it for $50 on Poshmark, and a lovely buyer came in and paid full price. I paid $10 to Poshmark in their fees, and I left with $40. And every item that I buy on Whatnot, I have about $10 into. So 4 timesing my money is amazing, and I would love to do that every single day. Now, the next item is by a great brand. It has great materials, but it did sit for over a year, and I am just happy to move it along to a better home. It is by COS or COS. This is the more elevated line of H&M. It is a wool alpaca blend. It is this beautiful yellow ombre long sleeve sweater. It is a fantastic piece. I did pick it up for about $8 at my local Savers. I priced it very reasonably at $35 on Poshmark, and my Nifty sent out 20% off offers of $28. A buyer countered at $15. I then countered at $20, and they sent me another counter at $17. And I did go ahead and accept that because I did want to see this off to a better home. It had been sitting in my closet for a year, and it was about time. So my fees to Poshmark were $3.40, and I made a profit of $13.60. Very happy to still make a profit so I can go buy better inventory that will hopefully sell faster and sell for more profit. The next item to sell is by Lacoste. I love picking up this brand because it always sells very well for me. It might not sell for a big buck anymore, but it still does move for me. It is this beautiful purple polo. I absolutely love this. And I got this for $2.99 at a $2.99 Salvation Army sale. I put that up on Poshmark for $25. I did have a few likers, so my Nifty sent out 20% off offers to them, and one of them did accept. She paid $20. My fees to Poshmark were $4, and I was left with $16. So still a very great profit for something that doesn't have a high resale value anymore. Now, this next item, I do think that I undersold, but I'm still happy to sell it nonetheless. I did get it for $4 at a half off Salvation Army sale. It is vintage DKNY, and it is 100% linen. It's this beautiful black maxi length skirt. It does have a giant slit and these amazing buttons right there. I absolutely love this, and I knew that I had to pick it up. I actually had a lot of interest in it on Depop. I received a lot of offers that I did accept, and no one paid, and finally on Poshmark someone did. So I had that priced on Poshmark for $28. My Nifty sent out 20% off offers to likers of $22, and one of those likers did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $4.40, and I was left with $17.60. Yes, I could have got more, but I am happy with any and all profit I do receive. Now, the last item to sell yesterday is actually through Poshmark Consignment. I won't give you any details on pretty much that whole experience. I might do a separate video on it, but nonetheless, not very happy, and you'll see why when you see the item that sold. I'm going to go ahead and put it up right here. I received this item in a free to me pickup, so a free inventory pickup. And it is this Kate Spade cherry red, not really a shoulder bag. It's kind of like a mini bag. Not so mini, it's a small bag. And so I had this listed on my own Poshmark for $80, and I thought that was a great price. She sold it for $33. Not very happy about that, but you know what? I'll take what I can get because after a year, I couldn't move it in my closet, and maybe there was a reason behind that. So our fees to Poshmark were $6.60. Her profit was $13.20, and my profit was $13.20. So to turn a free item into $13, I will take any day. If it were something that I did pay $10 to $20 for, though, I would be a little disappointed. So if you are interested in doing the Poshmark consignment, definitely be wary. I would only send in items that you either A, got for free, or B, got for a very low cost of goods. So those are all the sales that I had over the weekend. If this video is not too long, I will go ahead and hop in the next few days to show you what all else sells. If not, I will go ahead and end it here. Hey y'all, it is now the next day, Wednesday, February 18th, and I actually did not think I would be hopping on today because yesterday all day I did not have one sale. But that was the day, and at night I was actually pleased with 4 sales. So I was really down and out yesterday. I haven't been feeling that great for the last couple days just because in Southern California we did get a rain spell, and unfortunately it is going to come back tomorrow, and when the weather changes my sinuses go nuts. So haven't been feeling that great, but I did want to go ahead and hop on and show you these 4 sales. I am very happy that I had them. Like I said, I really thought I was going to have 0. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I do apologize for my appearance. Like I said, I don't feel that great. As you can tell in my face, I am a little puffy and my hair is a little crazy, but like I said in previous videos, I know you're not here for my appearance, so let's go ahead and jump into the sales. The first sale that I had is a small one, but a mighty one. It is by Polo Ralph Lauren, and I believe I got this in a Whatnot show for Miss Kimmy or out and about sourcing. Either way, it doesn't matter. In my inventory spreadsheet, I mark all of my kids' items at $1. So I have $1 into the cutest little Polo Ralph Lauren bear t-shirt for 4th of July. And I'm sure that is why someone is picking it up. I had that marked on Poshmark for $25, and my Nifty sent out 20% off offers to likers of $20, and one of those likers did counter at $17, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $3.40, and I turned $1 into $13.60. I am very happy that is selling for the 4th of July also. Now the next item is by Good American. These definitely are oversaturated on the resale market. So when you are out and about and you find them in the wild, just make sure to look up comps before picking them up. If I get them for about $10 or under, I do typically pick them up if they are a good style. So these are a fantastic style. They are very popular. The good straight, good icon or good legs, good icon jeans with these awesome cutout rhinestone details. Now the rhinestones are detaching in some places, but all they need is a good sew back in. So I did go ahead and list them with that in the description, but also I listed them for a little lower price than comp suggested. So I listed them at $110. I had a few likers on Poshmark, and my Nifty sent out 20% off offers of $88. One of the likers did ask me a question, which I answered, I want to say immediately, and 5 minutes later she purchased them for $88. So sometimes it does help to answer the questions that buyers ask you. I know a lot of times it isn't fruitful to do so, but I try to answer as many questions as possible because sometimes it results in a sale. So my fees to Poshmark were $17.60. I made a profit of $70.40. I did get those at an Uptown Cheapskate out in Oklahoma for $25. Yes, it is a higher cost of goods, but as you can see, I made a higher profit and I'm very happy to do so. Last month, so January, my husband took me out for a belated birthday trip, and he took me to the Los Angeles Goodwill outlet bins. And after that, we decided to head over to a trendy Los Angeles thrift store just for fun. And this item was out on their $5 rack on the sidewalk. I was very excited to see it, and I did pick it up. I did not look at comps until I got home. It is the newer brand of Boden, and I did not realize that comps were going to be so fantastic on this piece. It is a blue and white embroidered floral detail short sleeve cardigan. Has my hair on it. And it is simply beautiful. I mean, all of this detailing is incredible. So I did go ahead and pick it up. I saw comps for over $80 on that piece. And for me, yes, $80 would have been fantastic, but I did decide to go ahead and list it at $50 because it is pre-owned. And I had so much interest on it. I actually had a lovely buyer on Poshmark offer me $40, which my Nifty would have sent to her anyways, and I did go ahead and accept that. When my Nifty delisted on eBay, I was pleasantly surprised to see that there were 6 watchers on it. So definitely keep your eye out for Boden, the newer tag embroidered pieces, because it looks like they're a hot commodity. So like I said, I accepted the $40 offer. My fees to Poshmark were $8, and I turned $5 into $32, which is so awesome. I am so incredibly happy because I've already sold 2 pieces from that haul, and they've almost paid for, I want to say I got about 8 to 10 pieces from that thrift store. The last item to sell yesterday is as cute as can be. It is this really cute conductor squishmallow. I absolutely love finding these. This was actually sold at Kohl's. So I picked this up because primarily it is new with tags. I love going to the plushie section nowadays to see if I can find any Jellycats, which I see all the time when I go in our grocery store, but also to find awesome plushies like this. So I do always look up comps, however, especially if I'm paying over $1 for the squishy. So I priced that at $15 on Poshmark, and my Nifty sent out $12 offers, which is 20% off. And unfortunately, the lovely buyer who bought the purple Lacoste polo messaged me and was like, can you please just put this in with the Lacoste t-shirt and cancel that order, and we'll make a bundle, so on and so forth. And I just let her know, unfortunately, I had already sent out her polo. It just hadn't started tracking yet. I had them scan it in at the post office and everything. So she was very, very nice, and I tried to send her a lower offer, but the offer was already too low for me to do that. So I did reach back out to her and I let her know the situation, and she just ended up purchasing it outright. So I'm very happy with that. Well, outright for the Nifty offer of $12. So my fees to Poshmark were $2.95, and my profit was $9.05 on a stuffed animal. I absolutely love that. So those are the 4 sales that I had yesterday, and I really hope that sales pick up. Those were all on Poshmark. So please leave down in the comments any good information about your eBay sales, because lately my eBay has been so barren. It has been a ghost town over there, and unfortunately I've received a lot of low ball offers. It was like when I first started eBay. So very, very strange. I'm not sure exactly what's going on over there, especially because I know with the promoted listings, that was a big fiasco. And I did say I was going to stop promoting altogether, but I nixed that idea, and I did go ahead and I just promote all of my listings at 3%. So I am very disappointed in the way that eBay has been lately. Definitely, like I said, let me know down in the comments what you're thinking of eBay and how your sales are over there. Anyways, enough chit chat. I'm going to get these packaged up and shipped out. I hope you guys have great thrifting, great sales, and until next time, my friends, bye.